So, I haven't done any vlogging today, so I thought I would talk about something. So I'm going to talk about the fact that I'm dying. And I don't just mean I'm dying like we're all dying. I mean, like, I've been told that I'm dying. And obviously, as the title is, I don't shake hands. So I want to give you some, a little bit of context to that. So I've got three illnesses, I guess you could call them. And they sort of, two of them are sort of like a contradiction. So I've got an autoimmune disease called sarcoidosis. So sarcoidosis, I have an overactive immune system. A part of my immune system identified my lungs as like a foreign body and kept attacking it. And they attacked it so much that I've got cavities in my lungs. My lungs are down to 47% capacity. In 2 years ago, I used to go to the gym. I've lost 2 stone, got skinny twig arms now. And to put that into context, it's 47% now. Last year it was 65%. So that's how drastic it's dropped in the last 12 months. The second illness I've got is a disease called chronic pulmonary aspergillosis. So now, because of the cavities in my lungs, the cavities now have got fungus growing in the lungs. We all breathe in fungus all the time, and because a nice, humid, moist, oxygen-rich cavity away from anything else is obviously a perfect breeding place for well, loads of things, to be honest, but fungus got in there. And then the third thing I've got is a low immune system. So this is the contradiction. So I've got an overactive immune system on some parts, but then another parts are really low. So my CD4 count is really, really low. It's so low, in fact, that my CD4 is lower than someone that is just that is HIV positive. It's stupidly low. So I have a lot of risks in life, and my life now is about managing those risks. So when you've got cavities in your lungs, obviously the risks are flu, pneumonia, bacterial infections, chest infections, those type of things, because it could get into my lungs, into my cavities, it could grow. My immune system obviously wouldn't see it, and then by the time it probably did see it, it'd be too late because there'd be too many and I'd be overrun and die. I've been strongly advised, banned's the wrong word, but strongly advised to not fly on a plane, to not go on public transport, so trains, underground, buses, coaches, and to not be in large areas with loads of people where there's a potential to get ill. So let's imagine if it was January or February and there's flu going around, I wouldn't go to a function hall with 1,000 people in, as an example. I'll give you some context, some more context, wait there. This is my medication. This is all my medication. I'm ill. That's a lot of medication. So I wanted to do this to talk about this, because I don't shake hands with people. And the reasons I don't shake hands with people, it's one of the easiest ways to catch something. And I would rather minimise my risk and spend more time with my fiance, my son, and have a life. I'm 36 years of age, and I pray to make it to 40. I pray for it, honestly. I absolutely hope I've got 3.5 more years. So I don't shake hands. And it's not like a hard, fast rule. A lot of times I forget. I go to shake some people's hands sometimes, and it'll be a friend and they will remember, and they'll say, oh, no, you don't shake hands. It might be a situation where there's not many people there, so I know that I can shake the hands and then probably clean. Every single room in my house has got alcohol. I actually prefer using hot water and soap, but every room's got that. The car's got that. I always have one on me. If I'm getting up and I'm going to go to the toilet, I'll shake someone's hand on the way to the toilet because I know I'm going to go to the toilet and wash my hands. So there are certain scenarios where I do shake people's hands, and sometimes I just take a calculated risk. It's July and there's less chance of the flu or something being around, and I will shake a friend's hand. But I don't tend to shake hands when I'm basically at work, because when I'm at work there could be 1,000 people there, and all it takes is for me to forget. So basically, I want to tell you a story. And the story is, last April I had an event of which there were, in total, including competitors and spectators, nearly 1,500 people there. And there was a bit of a bug going around at the time. So some people know I don't shake hands, and it's obviously fine. This one guy who knows I'm ill, knows a lot about my lifestyle, and someone I actually thought was a friend, so I didn't shake his hand, and he kept trying to make something of it, and I'm just like, I'm not shaking people's hands. Anyway, about 2 days after the show, he put a status up, and I actually didn't know it was about me. And the status was basically having a go at someone who didn't shake his hand. So I just wrote a comment in there, basically saying, like, you never know the situation. Maybe there's more to it than you think. Like, I personally don't shake people's hands, but you know why? Because I'm ill. Basically, it's along those lines. So he direct messaged me and goes, that comment is about you. I feel offended that you didn't shake my hand. He feels offended that I didn't shake his hand, but my life is irrelevant to him. What a selfish and utter, I'm not going to swear, he's a knobhead. Complete and utter knobhead. What type of a selfish guy does that? And then tries to use social media to get some sort of mob mentality to back him up. Yeah, it annoyed me. I've never ever been in a situation like that before, where someone has used social media in a way to try and dig me out without actually saying my name, in like a childish, immature, I've got no... I swore. I bleeped that out. Yeah, so I don't shake people's hands. Being someone that's come from the corporate world, it's a strange situation to be in. I don't shake people's hands 90% of the time. So being in corporate world, or coming from the corporate world, it's obviously strange for me. I used to always shake people's hands. But the fact that someone thought it was their right, even though they know that I'm ill, to mention that, sickens me. Oh, and the only way I can go on public transport is if I wear one of these. So
12 seconds later.
One of these. It's a mask. So that before any of you next time go to write something on social media, just have a long, hard think. And just think to yourself, am I being a knobhead? It's a simple thing to ask yourself. Am I being a knobhead? Because would you walk down the street ringing a bell saying what you wrote? Probably not. Well, if you're a knobhead, you probably would. Because look at me, I'm offended. You're offended. I'm dying.